Good day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is for my football players, and I'm pretty sure it apply to any young athlete trying to figure their way out through this thing, this system, this game we call life. I want to address because I know several guys are moving to the portal. Also want to address your purpose. Why are you going to school? Like I think we keep failing to realize the purpose of why we go to school. I'm pretty sure most of y'all don't have a rhyme or reason why you go. It's just fact. Oh, society says I have to go to school in order to get a better job. In order to, why are you in school? And I'm saying this to my athletes. What is your purpose in going to a university? Only the top tier guys, for the most part, can make those maneuvers, and also have the leverage to make those maneuvers. If you're not in the SEC or one of the big top programs, your likelihood of going pro is very small. So what I'm finding out being a teacher is that 70 to 80% of y'all think y'all can go pro. You're not even going to do the work to even make it to college. You're barely doing enough. You're doing exactly what the coach asks you to do. You don't put in any work. You're not studying. You're not understanding what you need to do to get to the next level. You're not going. A lot of y'all have been living off y'all talent. Some of y'all got these sorry coaches who don't even know how to push you or get you to the next level in the first place. They've been living off y'all talent, and then they show, hey, I had this guy and he's done. No, it's been you. What work have you done? So no, let's go back to the point before I go off on my tangent. Why are you going to a university? If it's just to play sports, that's your business. You have to start thinking long term. Where am I going to be at 25? Hopefully out of school. Where am I going to be at 30? Where am I going to be at 40? Where am I going to be at 50? You have to start thinking long term. Prepare your plan up until 50 years old. That's what has to start happening right now. At 15, 16 years old, you have to make a 20-year-old plan, 30-year-old plan, 40, 50. Where am I going to be? What do I want? What do you want out of life? Am I going to school strictly to play ball and then I'll figure it out later? Or am I going to school to get a degree so I can move through life a little differently? So y'all getting caught in this portal thinking somebody's going to pick you up, you're going to be homeless. Because nobody's just giving money to D3 and D2 guys who just trying to move about. Small 1 double A's, unless you have a coach at another school, you're going to be homeless. You're going to be back home with no money, getting a regular job because you're not going to have a degree. Working for $7.50 or $11.50, $12, whatever the new minimum wage is. You have just made your life that much harder, and then you ain't playing ball. Those who it is this balance point of what school I'm gonna pick, who gonna give me. Now, if it's coming down to the money, that's the business side. I understand. Versus getting a partial scholarship versus getting a full scholarship or getting a dual scholarship like myself to complete a full scholarship where I wanted to still play multiple sports because that was just natural for me. That business side I understand. But when I went to school, my purpose was to get a degree. I went to school for education, ended up with a general arts degree in education. So general art, general education, K through 12. That was my goal. I accomplished it. What came on top of it is the fact that I was the best receiver coming out of Delaware State. I led the nation in touchdowns. Some of y'all not even on the All-American list at the division that you're at, but you're trying to make these moves. Why? Why are you trying to move? Oh, you not happy? So what? Who cares? Do you think you get a job working at these small local restaurants for $7.50? You gonna be happy? Is that gonna make you happy? You're gonna be comfortable with that, not having any kind of backing or any kind of further education. Now you can always educate yourself through the internet and doing books and stuff online. But when it comes to getting a job and moving forward, it's getting harder. They're making it harder because of the competition. It's harder because of the competition. So now a bachelor's degree is not going to get it. Once upon a time, it used to be just high school diploma. Now it's a bachelor's degree. Now it's a master's degree. Then it's going to be a master's times 2 plus a PhD. They're going to keep raising the bar to eliminate certain people. That's why they do the 40. That's why they do the bench test. That's why they do the vertical. How can I eliminate you? The game doesn't change. How can I eliminate you? All right, you ain't fast enough. You ain't tall enough. You ain't strong enough. See you next time. Next. So now let's look at the business world. You're only going to play max up until you're 21. Maybe 22. Your career is done. You're not even a fully developed human being. The brain isn't fully developed, especially you boys, until at 25. And then you start to think. Then you try to figure it out. Oh, yeah, I wish I would have. But you have people who can tell you now. Are you willing to listen? Are you willing to pay attention to what's happening right now so it affects your future? Are you planning for 25? Are you planning for 30? Are you planning for 35? Are you planning for 40? What do I want? What do I need to have in order to be successful in my life? Understanding the business, getting information from people who've already done it, already been there, can tell you the pitfalls and mistakes to avoid. If you're willing to listen, if you think you're special, prove it. If you're at a Division 3, Division 2 level, you need to be everything in order for somebody to look at you, in order for you to move. If not, you're going to move laterally or below because the next class is coming in. Receivers, a dime a dozen. Running backs, a dime a dozen. Quarterbacks, linemen, But if you play the skill position, shoot, I can find them on every corner. That was one of the reasons why I went to football. Because at the time, I was 6'2", 190 pounds. Wasn't too many big receivers running. And I had wheels. So I was an anomaly in my situation. Basketball, 6'2", 190 pound basketball kid, decent dribble, decent jump shot. I was a rebounder, defensive skill guy. Man, we can find you on every corner. It's a million people trying to get to one position. But you think you're better. You think you're special and somebody's going to look out for you and it's going to be, you're going to pray about it and meditate on it and it's going to happen. Instead of dealing with what you have and the purpose of why you went to that school. If your team sucks, so what? Eat it up. Take the pain, learn from it. Matter of fact, go through the system, become a coach, take the coach position. Since it's so easy to coach. And you know everything. So I need you to start to think long term, 21, 25, 30. What do I want? What do I need to accomplish to get to this level? If not, you're going to be waving in the wind. You blowing in the wind and don't nobody care about you. Nobody's going to care. It's going to be on to the next. On to the next. Next man up. Oh, well, he wanted to transfer? All right, cool. I got freshman class coming in. Oh, well, sir, you don't have a degree. Oh, sir, well, you didn't finish school. What is your purpose in going to this university? Is it to get a degree or is it just to play ball? And I've met some guys who straight up told me, man, I just wanted to play ball until I couldn't play anymore. Now, what are they doing with their lives? I don't know. Some people like living in the projects. Some people like living, on the street. Some people like living a certain lifestyle that's not economically stable. Because they didn't like it, they would change it. That's just my personal opinion. If you have the understanding and the resources, and I'm saying that mainly to especially the people I know and I'm around, you have the resources. You have the information. Now what you going to do about it? But that's just food for thought. I'm getting long-winded. So I'm going to shut this one down, and I'm going to follow it up with part 2.